welcome to my channel. Today I am starting my series of Maggie Holmes Happy Mail. So you might have heard me say it on my Instagram or maybe on a previous video, but I would like to make room in my stash for the new Maggie Holmes products that will be coming out in February, I think February-ish time. The line that'll be coming out like at Creativation or whatever. So yeah, I want to make room in my stash for the new collection because I feel like it would be silly if I had all this stuff and still bought more new stuff, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm starting a little series where I'm making a lot of Maggie Holmes Happy Mail so that I can get it out of my stash and then, oops, I bonked my head at that point. Sorry about that. Yeah, use up the stuff and then, of course, have lots of mail made for pen pals and stuff. I'm starting to get low on my little stash. I always have a stash of prepared mail to give to pen pals. So I'm slowly starting to run low on that, which is a good thing. And time to make some new stuff, which is great. So, if you've never seen an envelope flipbook made before, it's basically you make envelopes or you have pre-made envelopes and you use them, you attach them all together to make a flipbook. So I made these envelopes using my We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. And I think they were like an A6 size or something like that. I don't really know. But they're really good size. And I'm doing 3 envelopes. And as I obviously said, using lots of my Maggie Holmes products that I have in my stash. I just find that I have a lot of random like ephemera pieces that maybe are big and I don't really know how to use them, or I have so much scrap paper that I haven't used up. I'm almost through my entire carousel paper pad, so I think that's a good thing. I still have a couple other paper pads, but I'm almost through the carousel one, as in like the full sheets. I just have a lot of scrap papers left, so I'm trying my best to use those up as much as I can, because I hate having so much scrap paper. And so that's why you see me pulling out the scraps from the envelopes. Those are like, as you can see, they're the same pattern paper. So I'm just using those scraps that are left from it to use on this. And instead of having like white inside of the envelope, 2 of them are going to have pattern paper. So A, that uses up scraps, and B, it looks nicer because then there's not as much white space, and I think that really brings everything together when you use the same kind of pattern papers. So then it kind of looks cohesive and like it all fits together. So I think that looks good so far. So in the envelopes is usually where I put the goodies, obviously, and my letter and stuff. So I didn't really feel like I needed a lot of pockets and things on the envelopes, and I'm just going to decorate them to look cute. And like, I would totally not be offended if my recipient pulled pieces and ephemera and stickers and stuff off of this to reuse. I would totally not be offended by that. I would be happy if my things got reused, because then, I don't know, there's less waste, I guess. And for this, I'm just using up a bunch of random stuff that I haven't really been able to use. So that bird, pelican thing, whatever it is, I don't know what in the world I would use that on. So I thought, hey, this is my opportunity to use up my stash, my Maggie Holmes stash. So I'm going to use that weird random bird. And so that's exactly what I did. I've said this before. I feel like Happy Mail is kind of a place where you can use up those weird pieces you wouldn't use on a scrapbook layout, because it doesn't really matter what the icon is, I guess. And then, of course, I have this great Maggie Holmes sticker book that has tons of stickers that really finishes off the pages nicely. I like that little bow on the neck of the bird. I think that's cute. This was really a pain in the butt to get off. It's hard with these stickers because they're very thin and flimsy, so you have to be really careful with them. I have had quite a few stickers rip, but if you're really gentle and really delicate, you either can A, piece them together like I did here, or B, kind of have them complete if you're really gentle enough. So just a little bit of advice there. And yeah, so I'm just going through the book and looking at different stickers I can use. Yeah, so is everyone looking forward to the new collections coming out? It's always that exciting time of year when you're waiting for all the reveals of all the new collections that are going to come out, and which ones you want to buy, and everyone's making their lists and everything. So it's a very exciting time of year, I would say, for us crafters. And now for this last envelope, I wanted to have more of like a bigger statement kind of piece, but I don't know, I wasn't really finding anything in my stash, and I still have this tendency to like hoard everything even though I might not use it. But that's all right. And I'm taking off some of this old chipboard, and I'm going to use it on this to give it some height. And yeah, I just like to reuse these things because I would have thrown it out otherwise. So then this is a good way to reuse it. It's kind of annoying because it just kind of sits on my desk and it's not very pretty and just, I don't know, but it's fine. I'll eventually use it up, so that's the important thing. I wanted to try and like bring all of the colors throughout all of the envelopes, so the pinks and the blues and everything. So that's what I'm trying to do here, but a lot of her Maggie Holmes collections go together, but at the same time, like there's different shades of blue or different shades of pink, or even like the blacks kind of look a little different. Like the one on the right kind of looks a little darker than the other black pieces on the page. So I don't know. And especially like that sticker book, some of the shades are just a little bit different than the actual collection pieces. So I think it looks fine overall, but I can definitely like notice that some pieces are from different collections. And yeah, it's hard because they do all go together pretty well, but at the same time, there are just subtle differences in some of the colors because some of them would come out in fall, some in spring or winter. So they come out at like different times of year where different colors are, more popular or whatever, different shades. So like even the bow, that blue bow is just a tad different blue than the other dark, like the house and the teacup and stuff. So just a little bit different, not horribly noticeable, but still kind of noticeable. But what can you do? I think it still works, and hopefully the recipient will like the mail anyway. And now I'm just going through my sticker book and putting in whatever last final pieces to complete it off that I think will kind of finish off the little book, the envelope flip book. And this is where I get the little hearts or the little flowers or the little like word stickers and all that fun stuff. And I used my gold Tidy Swap color shine on I think all of these pages. I think it gives it a cohesiveness, and I think it gives it a little sparkle, and I really like that look that it gives. I'm just going to trim that off because it touches the envelope and then it doesn't fold properly. And now I'm trying to figure out what to put on this part of the page. And so of course I go and look at more of the scrap paper that I used inside to bring what was inside on the outside. And I use this little pear card that I probably would never use on, you know, anything else. Like, what would I use that for? Don't know. So I'm glad that I got to use it on this envelope, and I think it looks cute. Well, and there's the word cute. And it definitely goes, I think it goes pretty well with that yellowish, greenish envelope that I used as well. So all in all, I think it worked pretty well, and I got to use that up. So I think that looks pretty nice, and I'm happy with that. I'm just going to add a few more little details, of course. You always just kind of keep finding things that I find sometimes. It's like, oh, I want to use that and that and that. You just kind of want to use everything, but can't really. And then I'm going to use this little leaf on there to mimic a closure. But I will use, oops, sorry about that. I will use string. Anyway, so there is the video, and I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the process of making the envelope flipbook, and you'll look forward to my other Happy Mail videos. Bye!